Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Hello folks, thanks for tuning in here on Q2 Weekend News. I'm Dustin Klemann. The community of Huntley Project is mourning the loss of one of its own. The man killed in a rollover crash on Saturday night has been identified. Kurt Kautz was Huntley Project's girls basketball head coach. The district made the announcement on Facebook of Kautz's death today. The crash occurred on Interstate 94 just outside of Billings. The flatbed pickup truck that he was driving was headed east on I-94 about 2 miles east of I-90. According to Montana Highway Patrol, around 9:20, Kautz overcorrected, went through the median and rolled. The pickup came to rest on its roof on the shoulder of the westbound lanes. It's unknown why Kautz overcorrected. The crash is still under investigation tonight. The district will have support services established and available for students and staff in the upcoming days. To state news, 2 small earthquakes shook area residents on Saturday evening near Lincoln. U.S. Geological Survey says just before 8 o'clock on Saturday, a 3.9 magnitude earthquake hit outside of Lincoln, and it was followed by a 3.4 magnitude shock shortly after. 2 earthquakes shook about 8 miles southeast of the town. One Montanan who owns a cabin near the area says he was just relaxing with his wife and 3 dogs when the quake struck.
Shook the cabin extremely hard and was extremely loud. We thought a train was coming through. It was that loud. Lasted for about, 20, 25 seconds. And then the second one came about 40 minutes later. And I don't think it was quite as bad, but it might have been. It shook just as much and was just as loud.
There have been no reports of any injuries or serious damage at this point. If you remember, back on July 6, Montana experienced its largest earthquake in over 10 years. It was when a 5.8 magnitude earthquake hit about 5 miles southeast of Lincoln. To national news, firefighters say they're starting to get an upper hand against the wildfires that have been burning in Northern California for the past week. CBS's Chris Martinez has the story from the flame-ravaged city of Santa Rosa.
Once sprinting flames have slowed to a crawl, but continue to wreak havoc. In Sonoma County, another home was reduced to ash. Thousands more are still threatened.
We're not out of the woods yet, but we are making a tremendous progress out there.
Massive plumes of smoke still blanket California's wine country as fire crews continue their relentless assault from above and on the ground. Hard-hit areas like Santa Rosa, a lucky few are finally going home as officials begin to lift evacuation orders.
Left of the house.
Jack Weaver returned to his mother's home expecting to recover the body of the family's dog Izzy that ran away when the Weavers fled the fire.
Izzy, come here, baby.
He instead had this joyous reunion.
Hey, baby.
It was one of the greatest moments of my life. She came bounding out and it was elation, tears, happiness.
Other evacuees are finding refuge at area businesses like Cully Williamson's restaurant. For days, many with nowhere else to go have gathered here for comfort and food, free of charge.
We just thought if we can get open, we can at least be a place where people can come by and just kind of recharge.
But meantime, you are evacuated too.
Yes, yeah. My family's been evacuated out of Sonoma.
Do you have any idea when you get to go home?
No, I don't. I'm hoping sometime next week, but I don't know.
Investigators say it could be weeks before they can pinpoint exactly what caused these fires. Officials believe the fires here in Sonoma County should be fully contained by Friday. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Santa Rosa, California.
And we'll continue to follow developments on air and online of that containment. Back here to Montana, a new grocery store is coming to Bozeman. Winco Foods, which also has plans in Billings, has a concept plan with the city of Bozeman. They plan to build the grocery store near Target and Staples. The store would be in addition to the Gallivan Center.
What they're proposing right now is one large building and a couple of smaller kind of satellite buildings like you see up there with the coffee shop and the mattress center that are kind of out along the road.
Winco Foods is based out of Boise, Idaho, and currently has stores in 9 different states. This would be the first in Montana. Again, Winco plans to build a store at the former Kmart location on 24th Street West here in Billings. Back to Billings, a local calendar featuring local models and local cars in memory of a Billings car enthusiast. A photo shoot came together today. The background includes some of the Chinook helicopters at the Billings Flying Service. Photographers and models started this morning, and for the calendar of at least 14 months. Organizers believe that this is the first calendar to feature local cars, and it's in the memory of Ed Randash, who died 2 years ago and owned a car business as well as classic cars.
He was just a nice guy. Not only did he do car shows and he did a lot of car functions, but he also drag raced. So everything that was car related, he kind of had some foot in the door at every sport that was car related. We tried to find a unique backdrop that kind of gave us a street strip performance car calendar venue, and the helicopters just seemed to kind of fit that with the horsepower and the coolness of them. And we thought it'd be fun to do one with our local cars. It'd be way more appealing and way neater to have, and something I hope that people would keep on their wall for years, even when it's expired.
The House says the plan is to print about 5,000 calendars for sponsors to give away at their businesses. Hopes to make this an annual project. Still to come on your Sunday edition of the Q2 530 News, meditation is taking off, but should it be used to treat serious illnesses and diseases? Of that and health news. And later in sports, another chance but another loss to Eastern Washington. We'll find out how it all went wrong for the Cats once again. You have the Weather Center in for Rob Griggs. It's Brett McCrimmon. Hello, sir.
Hello, Dustin, and I'll tell you what, we had a beautiful fall day. Let's take a look outside with our first interstate iCam. 62 degrees, that is our daytime high. Southwest winds at 17, gusting up to 22. Will the mild temperatures stick around? We'll tell you in just a few minutes.
You're watching MTN News with Dustin Klemann, Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs, and sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 530 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.